What's up, guys? SAG here, and welcome to another episode of NBA Spread Talk. I'm your host, Christopher Smithies. We are here on October 29th, 2024. Four-game slate, guys. Quick recap of yesterday, guys. We got in the W column, guys. If you got the correct lines I gave you, we got in the win column, and we had some close ones. The Pistons just barely covered, and man, the Suns just barely covered. If you had a four, it was just a push. But man, no, those are some close ones. But sometimes you got to take your wins with the losses. I've had some close wins, had some close losses. That's part of how it goes. Obviously, the Knicks didn't cover, and that was a frustrating. And then the Grizzlies, I mean, they cover in the first half, but in the second half, they completely fall apart. That's why I gave you the first half, for them to come up with momentum. And man, it was rough in the second half watching them. But in the first half, they dominated defensively. So I'm not going to waste your guys' time. We have a winning record. It's going to be up on the screen, guys. And let's just get straight to these picks, guys. First game, we have the Mavericks taking on the Timberwolves. Timberwolves, 5-point favorites. That should tell you a lot that they're 5-point favorites. Timberwolves coming off the win against Toronto on Saturday, I believe that is. So they got some rest, guys. They're really rested, while the Mavericks, they're coming off a solid one against Utah last night. So they're on a back-to-back. They got to travel Dallas to Utah, guys. And that's why in this one, I like the Minnesota Timberwolves in a playoff revenge spot, even at the 5, guys. I know it's a heavy number, but I've seen this many, many times where it's a revenge spot, like the Knicks game. And just the team just shows out. And, man, this is a perfect spot for Minnesota to show out. Again, no one's injured really except Maxi Kleber and Exum for the Mavericks. But that doesn't matter to me. I think they could be playing. I think Minnesota still dominates this game. I think Anthony Edwards is about to have a field day in Minnesota against Dallas. They remember what happened last year, guys, and that's why I'm taking first official pick, Minnesota, minus the 5. Next up, we have the Nuggets versus the Nets. Again, Nuggets, minus 5. There's a 4.5 on BetMGM. There's 5.5 elsewhere. But I'll say 5 to balance it out. Nets, again, they came off a big win against Milwaukee on Sunday. They really got the job done. Maybe this isn't a bad team. Ben Simmons is solid. Cam Thomas is a fantastic scorer. And they look really good as a team. While Denver, they just came off back-to-back overtime game there. Where they just barely won in overtime against the Raptors, where Scotty Barnes got injured. This team really looks bad. Jokic has to carry this team. He's not making his teammates better. He's not getting his assists. Again, losing Reggie Jackson and KCP is really hurting him because they don't got shooters on the team, really. All they got is Michael Porter Jr., who's a very streaky shooter. Same with Jamal Murray. He's very streaky as well. They do have Christian Braun, but they kind of need Braun off the bench. I mean, I'm just avoiding this game, but actually, no, it's more of a lean. Give me the Nets as a lean here, just because this is a bad spot for Denver, man. This is a really bad spot. They could lose this game. I could really see it happening, guys. But give me the Nets plus the 5 as a lean. Next up, we have the Kings taking on the Utah Jazz. Jazz plus 7. There's a 7.5 on BetMGM for an extended odds. Again, Utah, they're coming off a back-to-back. Both teams are coming off a back-to-back. Utah lost in Dallas, and Sacramento won at home against the Trailblazers. They dominated that game, got the job done. And, I mean, for this game, guys, I got Utah. But, again, this game is definitely an avoid pick. I'll take Utah plus a 7. I mean, it's just a better spot. Whenever a team plays a back-to-back and goes to altitude, I'm never going to play them. I don't care if Utah's on a back-to-back. And the Sacramento team hasn't been playing that good, and they don't play well against size, I'll tell you that. And Walker Kessler and Lauri Markkanen might have a field day. But we don't know. Without Taylor Hendricks, with that freak injury, I hope he really is okay. We don't know for sure. But for now, give me the Utah plus a 7 is an avoid pick. Next up, guys, we have the Pelicans laying 1.5 points, started 2.5, plus 2.5, against the Warriors at plus 1.5. And again, we know Steph Curry's hurt. That's the big thing. That Steph Curry's the heart and soul of that team. Pozinski will play. Wiggins is questionable. But without Steph, it's a whole different team. And they don't even have DeAnthony Milton either, guys. So both point guards are out. We don't really know what the Warriors are going to run as their starting lineup. You'll probably start Pozinski, but who's your point guard? And that's my question. And even though maybe this is a trap spot, maybe, the Pelicans, they're not playing good ball, but this is a team they can dominate, guys. The small ball Warriors team. I think Zion's about to have a field day, guys. I really do. Zion's going to have a fantastic game. I really like the Pelicans this spot. Ingram, you should be feasting on them. McCollum, Hawkins. This Pelicans team is way better than the Warriors. And for talent alone, I have to take the Pelicans, especially coming off a loss. This team's coming off a loss. They got embarrassed in Portland. I expect a response here. I really do. Even without Steph Curry, guys. This is a official pick, Pelicans, minus the 1.5. I gave 2.5 on Twitter. But again, for the show, I'll give the 1.5. But again, I don't know what I'm going to do about that. So guys, quick recap. We have on our official picks, Timberwolves minus 5, Pelicans minus 1.5. Our lean is the Nets plus the 5. And our avoid is Jazz plus the 7, guys. If you like what we're doing, like, comment, and subscribe, guys. We've been cashing tickets, guys. It's been really good. I really love what the show's doing, guys. Also, my article was based on the Pelicans-Warriors game. So, again, go check that out. And follow me on Twitter. So I can give you some recaps. Check my website out, guys. Thank you for all that you're doing, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the flip side.